I'm very disappointed that I can't sing the theme song, by the way. We are here, dearly beloved. Hi. Oh, look at Potty Mouth Mama. Probably going to hear me. Sorry. Oh, no, you're not. Molly Golightly, hello. Mama Four Sons Lola. Do you want to do any hellos here as I romp around? Look, we have people. We have people. Can
Damn
you
it,
hear me? Oh,
Jenna.
you can.
Hey, Jenna.
Thank you. Next. Jenna, I have not seen you in forever. It's good to see you guys. Look at Lucky Lou Who. Long time no see. Molly Golightly says she's excited. Where are they? We're here. Hi, Linky Tor. Linky Tor. We love you so much, girl. Look at Mario with the googly eyes. She's a lurker.
Blue sugar.
Listen, Molly Golightly says, I was listening the other live. They did, why do you care? Yeah, why do you care? What's happening? How you guys doing? I wish I knew what was happening, by the way. We should talk about that for a second.
Yeah, because I was on vacation last week.
Mm-hmm.
Taking a break from all kinds of stuff, including YouTube.
Life.
And just chilling on a beach somewhere, not thinking about YouTube at all. So
Hi, Christy Andrews. Welcome in.
yeah, so I am a little bit not as informed as I normally am.
Yeah.
But I was able to catch some things, like usually at night when I was getting ready for bed or whatever, I would just kind of check in and see what was going on. But it's that the issue that is, I've never experienced it anywhere else, where if you miss a day, it's like missing a month.
I feel
So
exactly the opposite of that. I feel like I could miss, and I did, 2 or 3 days and come back and pick up and be like, okay, who's fighting right now? Who's lying? And I can pick it up in like a little bit, but I'm crazy. I skip over details that you don't. Also, Mary O says, where is Remy for a recap? I'm not sure. But yeah, I feel like you can leave and come back, and it's like, I only miss the people.
well, it's the same old, but the details matter,
They do,
And
and that's
and
what you're here for.
but
I'm here to
I
crack jokes, and
missed
you're here for the details. How about it?
yeah, but I missed a lot of the details. So, you know, what we're going to be talking about today is based on something that happened near the end of last week, because I was able to catch a good bit of that.
Yeah.
And we both were, so, and it was important. So,
Testicle, yes. About 50% of the time, I do know who's lying, but there's a reason. Anyway, I'm crazy. You can ignore that comment. I do. And you know what? You don't want to know, girl. The truth, the truth will come out about lies always. My lies, your lies, anybody's lies. Anyway, sorry. I saw that. I had to take opportunity and say, yeah, sometimes I pick it up. I'm like, oh, yeah. Not that I'm a human lie detector or a psychic of world YouTube or anything. I'm happier when I don't know, says Christy. Good point. Hi, Jenny Jen Jen. Welcome. Look at there's Remy for the recap.
hello, CCK.
CCK.
So yeah, I mean, despite the fact that we didn't catch everything last week, and I wasn't here last week, we are gonna try to talk about some stuff.
On that
Despite
note,
that,
stop bragging about your tan. Speak truth with love, says Potty Mouth Mama.
I have a little bit of a tan now.
Mm-hmm. Bikini body,
So
tan lines, the whole nine. It's sickening. I saw her naked. I did. It's a scandal. So, yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about what happened in the week, because people still listen when they go on vacation. Let's just be real, right?
Yeah,
You gotta
I mean,
listen.
I listened at night when I was getting ready for bed.
See, they listen.
I would try to tune in, see what was up, make
People
sure
never
that the
leave
whole
YouTube.
place. I just wanted to make sure that nobody burned down the place.
Oh, girl, this place has been on fire for 2 years or whatever, a year and a half. We're just waiting for the fire. We're waiting for the FD to come out and extinguish that shit. All right.
Jenna has no idea what's going on.
Jenna, you know what? Jenna is so booked, she can't be bothered. Jenna,
Yeah.
with her, she's connected to amazing people and she is an amazing person. She didn't give a shit. But she's a very supportive friend, so we thank her.
Yes, she is a sweetheart.
Hi, Donna's Crafty Creations and April May.
So yeah, I mean, as Eritrea knows, I'm not as prepared as I normally am. So please, be understanding.
Yeah, and also, Remy, thank you. Remy has typed a brief recap for everybody.
Okay.
That's her recollection of the events that have unfolded. She tends to be accurate. I can't confirm or deny, but thank you, Remy. So I'm going to give the disclaimer and we're going to get into it.
Okay.
We're not relevant and we know it. We don't have everything figured out. We're just trying to figure out things using logic. We might get it wrong, so disagreement with our views is welcomed. Also, we're not here to promote other channels or spread any hate to any other channels. Everyone in this chat is free to express their views, and the views of the chat do not necessarily reflect the views of the panel, which is Eritrea, myself, and Speak Truth with Love. And on that note...
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to talk about knowing when to walk away. Especially when someone is going real life on you.
Mm-hmm.
And the type of situation I'm talking about is, what happened last weekend where a creator's family members were doxxed.
Yeah.
So,
badly,
which is really
badly doxxed.
Yeah. It's serious when it happens to a creator.
Mm-hmm.
But it is worse that it involved family members because their family members should not have to deal with YouTube stuff at all.
Right.
So that just made it even worse, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really want to go into all the details of it. Everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they're talking about it in the chat. And
yeah, because it's not my story to tell. Right. And so, I feel like it's right. And I feel like it's the creator's story to tell. And so I just want to show her respect by, letting her talk about it if she chooses to do so.
Yeah.
But everybody is aware of what happened.
Yep.
And, when stuff like this happens, and I'm being general now, I'm not talking specifically about that situation. When these things happen in general.
Yeah. People have put people's kids' pictures out, trolled with people's kids' pictures and their husband or whatever. Hey, Michelle. It's been a lot, right?
And people, feel like they're being harassed.
People put pictures from Facebook on a community post. My goodness. Sorry. Anyway.
Yeah. And they feel like they're being harassed. And sometimes they feel like they're possibly in danger.
It's a violation is what it is. It's a complete violation.
And when these things happen, there's really 3 ways to react to it.
Yeah.
You can either talk about it and get mad or warn people about it, warn people about the person that did it to you, Or you can decide not to talk about it because you don't want to draw attention to it even more.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can go legal if you feel like there is a serious issue
Risk to
and
your safety.
yeah, and you've got a safety issue.
Yeah.
Even though most of the time there is not a lot that can be done for you from a legal standpoint. I know people don't want to hear that.
That's true. But you could put things on file with local police and things like that. I've done it.
Yeah.
I have, yeah. We do that.
Oh my gosh, my cat is trying to break into this room. Can you hear that?
Yeah. That is banging. I mean, that's legit.
Upset.
That's legit banging. He went for it, man. He's worse than Kiki.
Okay, I'm gonna let my cat in. Sorry.
No, you're good. Hey, people have pets, man. Okay. Thank you. Next says, welcome to everyone that's trickling in. Yes, thank you guys for coming here. Molly Golightly says, make a report. Let's see if I see Tiger. Yeah, she basically has a giant boy cat. Michelle says it sounds like a big dog.
No,
my goodness.
That's an adorable little cat.
Killer cat. Donna's Crafty Creation thinks it's a killer. Is it a boy cat or a female cat? Yes. Christy Andrews said, I didn't know that. That's awful. Jenna says, I walked away because I found myself on a one-way fast track to straitjacket. No thanks. So, yeah. Sorry, I cut you off. I didn't mean to.
And I just let a cat in. I don't know if it's the one that was doing it. So I may have to get up again.
Are we in a Mike Tyson situation here? I mean, do I need to send like the ASPCA?
I let one of the cats in. Hopefully it was Vegas. The offending cat.
All right.
Okay, so so we've been seeing this type of stuff. This past weekend was just nuts. It was just beyond, anything I think I've seen before from a doxing standpoint. So I've had a strong opinion about the aspect of seeking legal help in these situations of harassment or going real life on here. And my feeling on this has always been that you want to be very careful about your contribution to the situation, especially if you're going to go legal, which I think you should do your going legal thing.
I can't.
Okay.
I could. Listen, I'm just going to say, Alicia, my prayers are with you and your family. And also, thank you for giving me the express permission to imitate you at any given moment. I can't unless, yeah. Okay. I would love to. I love her voice. Christy Andrews said, who did the community post with family pictures? We'll talk about that after this. I'll address that. Don't let me forget. Speak truth of love. Okay, sorry. Back to what you were saying.
So yeah, we're talking about your contribution
to the situation.
Yeah, especially if you want to seek legal help for what you're dealing with online. And it's come up. I've heard some people say, I think this creator this weekend, she might need to get some representation, because of, what happened, or anyone that happened to, that would cross their mind. Yeah. And I'm going to give an example, and this is a criminal situation for my example, but let's say that you were in a bar and someone walked up to you and pushed you, and then they went to walk away.
It's happened.
Yeah,
it has.
And then they went to walk away, and you decided to go up to them and push them back. So they pull out a gun and shoot and kill you. Okay. Did you contribute to your death in some way?
Yeah, because they've already turned their back. They committed the offense, right? And if they just push me and I'm standing upright and they walked away, and I go back, I'm antagonizing them further because they're obviously crazy. If they just walked up, look, if they walk up to me out of nowhere and push me, they're obviously nuts. And if I go and push them back, I'm inciting a crazy person to
Yeah.
maybe escalate. Just I mean,
Yes.
we're talking about a bar, right? And
Yeah.
if
And
they pull out
that's
a
the
gun and shoot
word.
me, yeah.
That word escalate is very important.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And that's a really
Because
good point. Donna says, if you want to go legal, you have to be very careful and stay quiet.
yeah. So in my example, when they pushed you, you
Yeah.
could have just walked away, or and went to the owner of the establishment and complain and
I
say,
could
hey,
sue them for everything they're worth. Just kidding.
this person
Yeah.
pushed me. I think you should kick them out of here, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Exactly.
of course, you didn't deserve to be killed. You didn't deserve that. But did you contribute to what happened because you didn't walk away?
Yeah. Of course.
Now,
Because they wouldn't
if
have shot me
they,
if I didn't go back and push and escalate it.
right. And, if the person just continued to stand there and harm you, then yes, you need to use force to defend yourself, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And yeah, they're going to go to jail, for your murder. But had you not pushed back, you might have gotten out of there with your life.
Yeah. Molly Golightly says, as confrontational as I am, I have to agree that if somebody just randomly pushed me, I don't think I would go after them if they were walking away. If they stood there, then they would get punched. I wasn't expecting a punch, but okay. I mean, it's hard to tell. It depends on how many drinks I've had. But yeah, I would say that it's contributory because, and I've seen things like that happen, not somebody getting a shot, but I've seen somebody get their ear bit off on a dance floor in a nightclub in London when uh, this guy was following all these girls around and was asking them, following us into the bathroom and everything. And so another guy went up to him and said, I'm putting an end to this. And he's like, leave all these women alone. And the guy cussed him out. And so the dude that went up to him punched him and he ended up getting his ear bit off.
Ew.
Yeah, it was bad. For us as Americans, we don't see that. We see gun violence, we see knives, things like that. But yeah, in England, they'll just bite you. Right, K Molo? I'm kidding. Sorry, I couldn't resist. She's a biter. But yeah, I mean, in that instance, I think, this guy was trying to do the right thing and say, hey, leave these women alone. The guy got aggressive. He could have walked away. But just even defending himself, he got bit. So I don't know. Maybe don't white knight too hard in a bar for a bunch of women you never met. And that's another reason why I always say, if you see somebody saying something bad about me, please just don't worry about it. Because then the people are just going to come after you. It's better to just not worry about it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It is
I mean,
normal
most
in
of the
London, yeah.
time,
Mhm.
walking away will save your life.
Yeah,
and that's the point.
It's hard to do. It is. It's really hard.
The other point about whether or not you're contributing to what happens is, if you are contributing to what happens to you,
Mhm.
that's going to be used as the other person's defense
Mhm.
in court.
That's a good point.
And this may be a bad example because I know this is a really touchy subject, but I know everyone remembers during the Chris Watts case, and people tried to figure out if Shanann had any contribution or involvement in the deaths that occurred, including
to the
her
point
own.
where they said she was overbearing on him and blah blah, all this other stuff. So yeah, they
Right.
did. And they got called blamers, by the way. Victim
Yeah,
blamers.
people were really upset about that.
Yeah.
But even though she was a victim, the perpetrator will use the victim's involvement as part of their defense. And people wanted to figure out, what his defense was going to be, because we never got to see it, right? But people wanted to know, like, how would he make the victim look bad, and how would he say that she was involved?
Yeah.
And by the way, that is what detectives do. They look to see how the victim may have escalated the situation, or if they were involved or contributed to their own demise. Because they present info like that to the prosecutor, so the prosecutor can prepare for the perpetrator's defense.
Yep. And they have to prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt. So it's, a whole thing. It's very, very exact. Mario says she's currently in white knighting therapy. I just want to let you guys know that. Molly Galati says, I've been saying that for 2 years. Saying what? Christy Andrews says, I try not to engage. It seems to make things worse. Mario's in white knighting therapy. They think that's funny and good. Oh gosh, Blue Sugar, don't get me started, girl. It doesn't happen much anymore. Thank goodness. I think we all could use a bit of therapy, says Donna. Yes, Donna, indeed. Girl. I think there's another cat situation. Hi, Tally girl. And yes, alcohol absolutely can give you false courage.
Yeah.
Did you have another cat situation?
Yeah,
you know it's because you've been out of town, right? You know that's what's up. They have to be in there. Okay. All right, cool. Okay. Molly says, I always told people who supported me not to defend me. Yeah, just don't bother. It just doesn't, it's gonna make it worse for you. Anyway.
So, we're talking about YouTube stuff, and it could be criminal in some cases.
Mm-hmm.
What people do to you on here, and it could also be civil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you might have damages.
Yeah. And I have seen in civil cases where judges get mad at the victim if they contributed to the drama and the back and forth fighting in any way. Judges don't like that.
And you know what? The other thing that sucks, judges don't like police, judges, CPS, none of these compulsory agencies and people, they don't like drama. They don't like responding to YouTube bullshit. Like, it's ridiculous. And so, yeah, it would just be so much less expensive and a better use of everybody's time if it were possible to hold back and just not respond. It's hard to not respond, but if the other thing is this, okay, if somebody's, and we've talked about this, I think before, with cyber stalking, if somebody's a threat to you and you're afraid of them, do you face them head on and potentially escalate them, or do you want to back down for a minute, let them cool their jets and move on? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's kind of the poke the bear thing that we see happen on YouTube quite a bit in our community.
Yeah, I mean, the best thing to do is to try not to escalate the situation. In I would say in almost every case.
It is, because I don't know if anybody remembers a certain weirdo troll. I shouldn't say weirdo, sorry, my bad. But everybody, okay, he's not here anymore. Nobody ever leaves YouTube. He's here. What's up, Marky Mark? Said that he had to up the ante to make his like trolling better and all this other stuff. So, we see that. We see examples of that all the time. Hi, sweet wee, welcome in. Good to see you. It's just one of those things, where just don't. Maybe if you're having a hard time walking away, stop it. Talk to your friends, maybe we get it out that way. And there seems to be an air of peace going on about the community right now, or at least, coexisting, which is good. So that might help. But I mean, if you really see an opportunity to maybe turn the other cheek. It has worked for me a lot. I will
Yeah.
say. I've even heard people that hate me say nice stuff about me lately. It's weird. And they hate me, still hate me, but they're not saying mean things about me. So I gotta say, it can help.
Thank you next brings up a good point that, there's people that threaten to go legal all the time. And after a while, no one's going to believe you, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
they may, you know, feel like they can ramp up what they're doing because they're like, oh, they're not going to go legal.
And it's not any one person, by the way. That happens quite a bit. I filed a report. I contacted an attorney. I'm collecting attorney money, all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, uh, they do. They do. They start to discount it. It's yeah.
So I was going to say, going back to the if you really did try to go legal, if
Mhm.
you ended up in court over YouTube drama,
Mhm.
the the defendant is
Mhm.
going to use things that you have said against you,
Mhm.
and your contribution to the drama is going to come out.
Mhm. Mhm.
And so your contribution, whether this is fair or not, because, you're being harassed, but when you're going back and forth with somebody, it's not going to make you look good in court. So that's another reason why I feel like the best thing to do is to walk away and continue to gather evidence, you know,
Yeah.
but don't be involved in it.
Build your case. Is what you're
Yeah.
saying. So I'll address this. Christy, welcome in. She says, "Who are you speaking about?" I'll address this, or we'll address this in just a moment. Yep. Yep.
Okay. So if you don't go legal, it works the same way in the court of public
Mm,
opinion on
yeah.
YouTube,
Yeah.
because when you push back and there's a bunch of back and forth, it gets harder and harder for people to tell who the victim is and
That's
who the
true.
abuser is.
Yeah. I've heard.
Because,
Yeah.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Well, I've just heard people say stuff like, "If you hit me, I'm gonna hit back 20 times harder," and stuff like that. And then you're just like, "Oh my god, like, is that gonna happen?" What if people believe that you were gonna hit them back 20 times harder? They would
Right,
believe now you've become the bully, like you've
right.
taken the upper hand.
Exactly. And you don't want to look like the person that's really the abuser, you know? You don't
Mm.
want to look just as abusive as them. So, and a lot of people
Mm.
don't really care about going legal. They do care about how they're seen in the court of public
Yeah,
opinion on YouTube. So,
yeah,
it's just another thing to think about where, when you're going back and forth with somebody, the lines start getting blurred
they do.
between who the victim is and who the abuser is.
Yeah, because at that point it becomes, look, I always said it's really difficult for people to have a one-sided argument. Eventually, they just start looking stupid. I'm sorry, they do. We've seen it happen time after time after time. Um, in my opinion, I've let people have one-sided arguments multiple times, not in necessarily this community, but a couple times in this community. And after a while, it just burns out. They get bored. They might bring it up again later, but whatever. But as far as doing the bad thing, CCK says doing, right? You only have a case if you shut up. That couldn't be more
Yes.
true.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah. Live, laugh, love. We should have a YouTube court. Who's Live, laugh, love? Is she? I don't
She
see it
has my
popped up in the
name
chat.
mixed up.
Oh,
That's okay, Lanky.
this is Speak Truth with Love. I gotcha. There was a Live, laugh, love. Okay, my bad. But that's not her. And Shawnee says, thank you, next says, the lines get very blurred. They do. They do. Um, Lanky. It's speak truth with love. Okay. Sorry. It's hot in my office. Please forgive me if I've messed anything up tonight, because I have. Lanky. It does definitely blur boundaries. Yeah. So I mean, I think everybody kind of can at least agree to that if it gets escalated. So you got to kind of know when to walk away, I guess, is the point of that.
So, what we're talking about is it's one of the reasons why we don't use names on here. And we've been asked this, people have asked us, why aren't you using anyone's names? And, Eritrea and I talked about this, as we were doing this channel. And we talked about, do we really want to contribute to the drama? And do we really want to contribute to having a fight with someone else on here? And the answer to that is no, we do not. So,
Yeah.
And there's several reasons why we don't use names.
Except for thank you next. I'm so sorry. I'm such an idiot. Anyway, keep going. There is reasons why we don't use names. And a couple people asked, who are we talking about? Christy Andrews and another young lady in the chat. I can't remember your name. I'm sorry.
But let me just say this. We have used names on here before when we felt that it was appropriate.
Yeah.
When we felt that we weren't contributing to the drama by using their names. And so we're using our discernment when is an appropriate time to say someone's name where they won't think that we're attacking them, because that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to talk about concepts and ideas, better ways maybe to handle situations, if at all possible.
Also to know if we're thinking, like if I'm thinking something wrong, like we'll argue, me and you. I might be thinking something and you might show me a different way,
Right.
Or not, just irritate me. But anyway, I'm kidding. I'm totally joking. My humor's lost on you. You must be. Am I making sense?
Yeah, you are.
I thought that was worth a laugh. What's up, Ash? I think you have Kath trying to get in again. So, yeah, I mean, the bottom line is if we have, let's say we have something positive to say, right? Then we'll go ahead and put the person's name on it. And I have absolutely no idea what you mean by that, Christy. Christy says, although assuming is a very slippery slope. Go ahead and confirm what you mean by that. Most of the people in the community are watching the stream, so they kind of know what's happening, what's going on. You did not get the notification? I'm sorry, Nita's Kitchen. Sorry about that. So, yeah, we have a tendency to not do that. But yeah, Christy, if you want to let me know or clarify with us what that is, I'll do my best to address it. And we had talked about, we kind of wanted to talk about, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, people were newer to our channel because we've gotten some promotion. Thank you so much. Molly Go Lightly, Diane's channel. I think there might have been a couple other people that talked about it, and I apologize.
Sally Spencer.
Oh, Sally Spencer did a whole little video. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, well, in your case, yes. True, potty mouth llama. People can be pushed. And the other thing is we want to encourage you guys to come. If you guys want to drop names, you can.
Right.
And if you guys want to come in here and disagree with us, we hope you will. And look, I'm promising to do my best not to be offended by it, because we're trying to use logic, which means we're trying to be not emotional about the conceptual issues at hand, if that makes sense, not the people. So I'm not saying, so and so did this to so and so. We're just saying this happened in our community. How would you have handled it? You know what I mean?
Right. And I think that it works because the people in the chat can use names. We've never
Mhm.
tried to stop anyone in the chat from
Yeah,
feeling
yeah.
like they can talk about specific situations in the chat,
Mhm.
as long as they use, someone's YouTube name, not their, not doxing
Yeah,
people or
don't.
whatever.
Yeah.
Um, because that's up to you. The people in the chat, if you want to contribute to getting into a fight with somebody, that's on you.
Yeah, totally.
And we say in our disclaimer that we're not responsible for what is said in the chat.
Hi, Black Hearted. Yeah, no, no, no. We're look, people try to do that. They'll hold you responsible for what somebody said on your panel or something. And as long as it's just their opinion and it's not harmful to other people, it's kind of unfair. Ash, yes, absolutely. Just please don't dox anybody, which you don't do that. So, Um, Blue Sugar says, I still can't see Black Hearted. LOL. I don't have anyone blocked. So it must be a glitch or something with her settings. Much support to her, though. Hi, Black Hearted. Welcome in. Pookie T, welcome in. So I guess you guys have a little blockage. Sorry, I just want to get that in there.
And
Thank you, next.
I I'm kind of sad that Ash 274 came in here late because
Mm-hmm. Because we
earlier
busted her on a lawnmower again.
I was talking about legal situations, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
know Ash really could have, helped me out a lot with that, or even corrected me in some ways because she understands a lot about, court stuff.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
so I'm just picking on you, Ash. But yeah, I would be interested to know what you thought about some of the stuff we said at the beginning of the stream.
Blue Sugar says, I'm pretty sure I chat more in here than any other chat ever. I'm just comfortable in here. Thank you for that. That's awesome. And also, Black Hearted, the person who said that you may have them blocked or there might be a glitch is Blue Sugar. I don't know if that's exactly what she said. Hey, Dory. Okay, she's going to check. All right, so we got the housekeeping done there, but you'll send who a fine? I get confused when I'm doing anything. So okay, Ash is gonna get the fine. So Ash with her grimacing face. Yes. It's YouTube and their stupid notifications, she says in another comment below. It's okay. I don't know if there might have been something more pressing. And we don't ever really give you guys too much notice about what we're gonna talk about anyway. And as a matter of fact, tonight, this this was close to not happening. I'm just gonna be honest. Because it's so freaking hot here. We're rushed. It was a thing. I'm out of the loop.
Yeah.
But we
It
wanted
it
to
was
at least circle back to the roots because even though we just started the channel, but we wanted to do that because we promised last 2 weeks ago we were going to do it. And go ahead, speak truth to there.
no, I was gonna say it almost didn't happen just because I've been going crazy. When you first get back from vacation, there's
Yeah,
so much stuff to do. You almost wish that you had never gone on vacation
yeah,
because
you
you
need a
need a
vacation.
vacation from your
Yep,
vacation kind of thing.
exactly.
So yeah.
We have a commitment here from Ash. She says, I will go back and leave a comment.
Thank you,
Um,
Ash.
Sweetweed says, here's a PSA. Please take care of yourself. Broken bones are no joke. True story, especially face and feet. My most experience with my face and feet. So yeah, I missed everything yesterday and today. Yeah, I kind of have missed stuff too, but it's okay. I think there was one major thing that happened that we were able to talk about the biggest kind of conceptual. What would I have done differently? How would I have felt about this sort of thing? And then also just to kind of circle back and talk about why we even bothered to start this channel.
Yeah.
Since we're not just a hang, we don't come and hang and bang. We actually think about stuff. Although hang and bangs are great, no offense. I do hang and banging all the time. Subscribe to my channel. Anyway,
And
on that,
I would say that, the takeaway about, what we were talking about at the beginning of the stream about if you're dealing with someone on here that's going real life,
mhm,
know when to walk away from it. You might be safer. You might come out looking better if you don't contribute
right.
to the situation.
Okay, here we go. Christy, so you're encouraging your chat to name drop and you're happy to provide a platform, but you want clean hands. Is that right? Just trying to get a clear understanding. Thank you for the question, Christy. Would you like to answer? Speak truth with us?
Yeah, I would say that it is up to the individual. I am an individual. Eritrea is an individual. Together, we have chosen, how we're going to handle ourselves on the
Mhm,
panel. And it's
mhm.
up to the individuals in the chat to determine how they're going to handle themselves in the chat.
Yeah. Hopefully that helps clarify that a little bit. Why is it you clean everything before you go on vacation, but come home to a ton of stuff to do? Because life
Um,
happens.
is that Christy that had asked that question a
It
minute ago?
is. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
she
yeah.
said, I'm not trying to be
Yeah.
argumentative. And
No,
I
it's a
didn't
good
think you,
question.
yeah, it was. It was a good question. I hope
Yep.
that I didn't come across like I thought you were arguing because it was a
Listen,
good question.
Speak Truth with Love is very direct. Uh, and she's concise. And that's why I defer to her on things like that because, yeah, she'll be able to
And
answer it in a way that
sometimes
makes sense.
it comes across as bitchy.
Especially when someone just got back from vacation.
Yeah, I've been told that I've
It's
been
very
bitchy
weird.
today.
Well, it's very weird to complain about just coming back from vacation, but people get it. People know when you get back, you always have a ton of stuff to do. Yeah, no, nobody's encouraging. Why are you rolling your eyes at me, Ash? Nobody's encouraging. We're encouraging you to disagree with us if you think we got it wrong. That's for dang sure. Not that we're saying please argue. Yeah.
But we do like to argue. I mean, Eritrea and I argue with each other a lot.
If you think that's a lot, let me turn it up a notch because I'm on low right now. I'm on low grade, girl. It's a low grade argument. So that being said, we're because we kind of like have a plan every week that we come live. We will be live each and every Monday that we possibly can. Hopefully, you're all listening, bigger channels. We're aiming for 9:30, 10
Bigger
Eastern on a
channels.
Monday. Bigger channels. Um, that's what we're aiming for. But people are welcome to just do whatever they want, and then we can hopefully you can catch us on the replay because we have been kind of a replay stream lately. So thank you guys who've done
Yeah.
it. But on that note, we like to close out our talking points of the here's the deal. Speak Truth with Love likes a takeaway. Okay. So this whole point of this live every week is to have something to take away and either think about or whatever. Not if you didn't like it. Sorry. Unsubscribe. Just kidding. Please subscribe. Tell your friends. But a takeaway. So you have something to think about. You walked away with something. You didn't waste an hour. We didn't waste an hour of your time. So there's that. What was my point? My point on that was because we like you to have a takeaway. We like to close it out with some kudos and just kind of talk about one topic and then give you something to ponder. Also, you can feel free to leave a comment if you disagree and you're hearing this on the replay.
Um,
We'll read them.
Ash274 says that she better get some props this week. So, I think she's saying that the kudos should go to her this week. I don't know. But Ash, no, you don't get the kudos, but I was gone on vacation last week. So if you did something wonderful last week, I probably missed it, and Eritrea probably missed it too. So I apologize
Mm-hmm.
if you deserve kudos because
Mm-hmm.
you're not getting kudos this week.
Linky Tora, you can email me anytime, girl. Please do. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're okay. Um,
Oh, sorry, Linky.
yeah. I can I could totally understand. If you need to just, email me, I can call you and we can cry together because I'm dying over here. All love no hate. Oh, okay. All love no hate is blue sugar looking for sorry, black hearted. Okay, let me get caught up. Okay, cool, cool, cool. All good. Wait, I'm good all weeks. Okay, so that's why you're an angel, you little
Yeah,
devil.
she's saying she's
Every
eligible
week.
for kudos every
Every week.
week.
Yep. She's huffing and puffing too. Um, yes, Linky Tor, we do adore you. You do add so much to the community and you support so many people. She's doing excellent now. Okay, good, good, good. Oh, a year ago. Girl, old times, right? Okay. So that's good to hear. Look at Sally Spencer's giving you kudos. So we want to give you some kudos. Okay. Kudos for this channel. Thank you, Nita's Kitchen. We want to give some kudos this week. And again, forgive me, I missed look, I had to step away for a couple days. I missed a good portion of a lot of stuff. I caught the beginning of a few things and that's about it.
She
Hi
couldn't
Marianne.
handle YouTube without me around.
Pretty much.
That's the truth.
It's pretty yeah. Well, and here's
I'm
the thing,
kidding.
because sometimes I have to. Sometimes I need someone that I talked to you about this today. Sometimes I need people to be able to bring out some value, okay? And I don't always see the value in stuff. Um, and I'm sorry. Sometimes you add the value that was missing. So kudos to you from me personally, not from the channel. How about that?
Thank you. I try.
Sometimes I
That's all I
watch
can
stuff
say.
and I'm like, is this it? Is this what I'm watching? Okay, why y'all stalling on kudos? Whatever.
Okay, we're not.
All right, let's move it.
So the kudos this week goes to it's several people. And again, I was gone, so I'm trying to catch up on what this whole thing is. But there's something called common ground. And if the chat can help me out if I get
Yeah.
this wrong. But I believe that it's the truth, Smokey P, maybe Jenna Moon, maybe Pixie. But they're doing something where they're trying to have people from, in a polarized community like we have, where we've got these two sides. They're trying to have streams where people from both sides can be in the same
Yeah.
stream and not be arguing,
Hmm.
and the subs can have a voice and come
Yep.
on panel. And hopefully I'm getting that correct, because I just, have mostly heard about it instead of actually, I may have caught one of their streams before I went on vacation.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, we especially like that because we're kind of, we're hoping that our chat is the same, where
Hmm.
people from, no matter who you like in this community, you'll feel comfortable chatting and disagreeing with us in our
Yeah.
stream. And so, so I'm happy that there are other people that, are trying to do the same thing.
Yeah. There are, and there's other people that are in the chat agreeing. There's yes. There's they did great in my opinion. Yeah, that's a good idea, says Michelle. Blue sugar. I'm sorry if I already picked us. There were a couple others if I missed. Ash274 is saying hello to her trunk. I'm sure she has an opinion about the kudos. Blue Sugar says they did great in my opinion.
Okay.
So yeah, I think people are on board with the kudos. If Ash isn't, then Ash isn't.
Hopefully,
But yeah, good
I
job.
accurately described, what their mission is. I think I'm pretty sure I got that right.
Yeah, I mean the name kind of speaks to what the intended cause is, right? Finding common ground. That's what it
Right.
sounds like. I didn't see
Michelle
everything.
says you're on top chat. Hey, Michelle, by the way.
You know
Good
what
to
I'm
see you.
on actually? I'm on StreamYard chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I'm on live chat on YouTube. But I don't really read the YouTube like that. And then I see some people delete comments and whatever. Sally, what are you doing over there? OTS reading and tool chat order loam. Okay, she's got her fingers on the wrong keys over there. But yeah. So those are the kudos. Sorry, go
CCK
ahead.
says that she thinks that I got it right. So she,
Okay.
at, that I described common ground accurately.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, cool. That's good to know. And is that a weekly? Is that like a recurring thing?
I believe so.
Okay.
I think it is.
And who's hosting? I'm sorry. I don't know what it is.
Um, I believe that it occurs on Smoky P's channel,
Okay.
and the truth is also involved,
Like a co-host.
along with other people.
Okay. Okay. I did hear her promoting something. I just wasn't really sure what it was.
Blue Sugar says it's supposed to be every Wednesday, if I understood right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that means Smokey P is the host. That's great.
Well, CCK says that it goes between
Oh,
Smokey and the truth. So I don't know if they're
I
like
see. They're taking turns.
streaming at the same time or
All
alternating
right. There you
weeks.
go.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, they're saying it's they're taking turns or something. So if you're subscribed to one or both of them, then I'm sure you'll find out. But yeah, good job. I mean, that's really good to see. We've seen coexisting Ash in the community. So we can throw our bone on that. But yeah, I mean, it's good to see more and more stuff like this. Blue Sugar says I think they're using Smoky P and the Truth panel alternating, I believe, says CCK. That's awesome. Kudos to them. And also, do we have anything more to add on this, or should I go ahead and do my shameless plug for ideas?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so just to kind of wrap up the stream, what I normally do is let people know that um, look, I don't see everything, right? Uh, Speak Truth of Love does not see everything. Well, she might see everything. I don't know. She might be psychic of the world of YouTube, and I just don't know it. But on that note, if there's something going on and you feel like, hey, we should address it, in other words, like some sort of thing that's happened in the community, I know conceptually you can kind of tell from our prior streams how that works. Please let us know if you'd like to suggest a topic for the show. You can do it in the comments of the stream if you're not shy and you don't feel self conscious about leaving a comment. Because if you leave a comment you like, that helps us on YouTube to grow our channel, which we would love to do, by the way. Or I would. I'll speak for myself, but I think Speeches of Love is on board. Um, so if you leave a comment, that would be great. If you feel too shy to do that because you're a lurker, and we do appreciate lurkers, and we are lurkers, by the way, for a lot, most part.
We're serious lurkers.
Well, today I was chatty, but yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I chatted a little bit today. I couldn't help myself. Okay, but that being said, if you feel shy to leave a comment, go ahead and email us. Our email is in the about section of the channel, and it's just simply lurkerslogic@gmail.com. lurkerslogic@gmail.com.
Thank you, Michelle.
And also, I should just throw in there, if you're trying to get a hold of me, trying to get a hold of Speak Truth with Love, it will be ignored. So don't send like any personal stuff there. It's just for show ideas. Just for show ideas. But on that note, we normally thank everybody that's come in. I'll let you stall. Okay, I want to say thank you to all of the people who come and moderate in the channel, the
Yes.
lurkers, the chatters, the people who had to go do their dishes while they were listening, people who felt like talking, people who didn't, and
all of our replay viewers.
yeah, the replay viewers too, because actually that helps us quite a bit. But yeah, I mean, any feedback, comments are more than welcome. Thumbs up, thumbs down. And what are we gonna do? We'll see them next week. Does that sound good?
Yep.
All right. Everybody stay safe and be well, and we will see you guys next week. Same time, hopefully. Monday at 9:30 Eastern, bigger channels. Bye.
Bye, everybody.